Hey, this is James for College Combat. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
Hey, no worries. How y'all doing today?
Now, the big thing about it is that we're a blog run by college students and run for college students. You're known for your collegiate career, so what would your key advice be to any college students who are trying to wrestle or train MMA while still in school?
Wrestling in school is really, really, even MMA is tough. You know what I mean? What you really got to do is balance your homework. Is the most important thing. Like whenever I did wrestling, definitely in college, is I would try to get down and practice around 6:30, and I'd try to go home and rest for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then do my homework. Try to get it done as quickly as possible. You know what I mean? Which always didn't work out that way, but try to get it done as quickly as possible. That way I can maybe get to bed by 12 o'clock at night, and we'd have to wake up at 6:30 in the morning, and then be back in the weight room and wrestling until 8:30, and then go to class. So it's a hard thing to do, but one thing that was nice that also made is they have people that are there to help. I mean, they have study hours and tutors and stuff like that, which is very helpful.
Yeah, we've experienced that with our wrestling team, our jiu-jitsu, just trying to the balance for that. But aside from the work, what would you say is the craziest, funniest, just most memorable moment from college from you, both on and off the mats?
Some of the best moments I had was the national league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if we won that week right in from that Sunday until that Sunday, we would just go out and have fun. The whole team would get together, and we wouldn't do anything but kick back and relax. You know what I mean? Drink a couple beers here and there, and go to the pool, and that's what was really fun. And some of it you don't remember, but it's a lot of fun.
Now, before I get to MMA and all that, what's going on now, there's just two questions I have to ask. First is, where did the name Big Rig come from?
Okay, the Big Rig came from, I drive an F-350.
Yeah.
Truck. Yeah, totally. And I put some branch hand truck back bumpers on it. And so it's built like a tank. And that guy was like, man, he's one of our friends. He goes, man, that's a big old truck. It's like a Big Rig right here. And Mark telling me that I hit like a mad truck.
Yeah.
For a long time, So he's like, oh man, that's perfect, Big Rig, and he looks like that truck. So that's how that came out.
Yeah, I'm a Ford man myself too. I mean, I drive a Focus, so no Big Rig for me, but I definitely like the company. And I don't know if you ever heard Tapology.com. It's a big MMA website, and we have you ranked 4th pound for pound on the best facial hair list, and you're actually the welterweight champion. So how do you feel about that?
Oh, that sounds awesome, man. A lot of people have been rocking the beard here lately, haven't they? I figured I'd be number one since I was pretty much one of the first ones of the newer guys that are probably ranked in the top 3 above me. I thought I'd get number one just because I sort of, I'm not saying I was a trendsetter. What I'm trying to say is I saw a couple of people that used to wear beards and then they shaved them off, and it sort of went dormant for a while. And Mark Raymond actually talked to me about keeping my beard. And once he started doing that, I sort of fell in love with the beard. I was like, man, let's get it as good as possible. They probably keep theirs year-round. I shave mine after every.
Yeah, I was listening to your interviews with Helwani. Don't you shave it right after at the hotel and then just grow it out once you get your opponent?
Yes, once I find out who I'm fighting, I start shaving. I shave it, and then once I find out who I'm fighting, I go home, I'll shave it that night, and then I start growing up from that point on.
Yeah, I mean, if it makes you feel better, you're number 1 of all active fighters. The three are all retired above you.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, so
that does make me feel better.
Whatever we could do to help. Now, your last fight against Fitch, you came in kind of an underdog, and people weren't giving you a lot of credit. But I mean, it was real quick, real beautiful, real brutal finish, and it definitely brought you to the highest point of your career. And this is all coming after like your Rick Story loss. How did you bounce back from that like loss, which is the only one of your career? And like, does that loss bother you, seeing like where you two are at your careers now?
That loss helped define me. You know what I mean? I always tell people how you come back from a loss is way more important than how you come back from a winning season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
And whenever you lose, is how you bounce back. And I was like, you know what? I don't think this is the end of my career yet. So let's, I was preparing. I texted Mark, Landon, and I was like, hey, we need to do certain things and make it better. I mean, we obviously didn't game plan good enough or whatever it might have been. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
like we know we need to do better at something. That's why we didn't get our hand raised. You know what I mean? And so we sat back and we redid our whole game planning from 3 years of game planning that we've been doing. We sat down and said, all right, this is what's not good, this is what's good, and we sort of broke down everything that we were doing, and we also added in a lot of things and took away a lot of things. So, without that loss, would I be where I'm at now? I don't think so.
Yeah, I know a lot of top fighters, like GSP, I know has said like with his Hughes loss and then like this era, it was kind of like you learned so much more from loss than where you get up. Have you ever thought like a rematch with Story, or like seeing where you are right now and where he is, does it not really interest you that much?
No, a rematch. If I do a rematch, then I got to give everybody else a rematch. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's just the way that I look at it. I look at it as, let's get better off the loss. Okay? So let's make myself better so that way, good Lord willing, that doesn't happen again. You know what I mean? And then let's learn from it and make myself better and move forward. Because if I constantly look back and say, I look back and remember what it feels like, but I don't look back and say, man, all I want to do is fight him over and over and over. With that, instead of actually getting better.
Yeah, I know. You definitely, because you don't want to like have your whole career, like if it happens, it happens. Like if Dana comes with the fight, but you don't want to like have it like define. You just work towards a title from there.
Yes.
Now, like
work towards the title. That's it.
Yeah, like your next fight, like, is against Koscheck, UFC on Fox 3. How big a deal is it, like, to see how far MMA has come, like, to be fighting in front of millions? Like, how does that feel? Like, does it add any nervousness to the fight?
No, I'm actually really excited. How many people get to say they get to fight or they get to see them one day, get to see themselves on Fox?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And knowing that I'm going to be fighting on Fox, that's where all the best, that's where all the best sports are. Where you get paid for baseball, Fox. NASCAR, Fox, football, Fox, hockey. You know what I mean? A lot of these things are on Fox, and I'm extremely excited that now MMA has hit the mainstream where, the average fan or the person who doesn't know a lot about MMA, they can get to know us and let our sport grow.
Yeah, like that's what I was thinking. Because like a wrestler like you, like 2-time national champion, 4-time All-American, like out of college, there used to not be anywhere to apply it, but now like you have thousands of Twitter followers, like fighting on millions. Like it's a great thing just for wrestlers and like for the sport overall, just like the mainstream effect.
Yes, and you got professional sport for baseball. You got a professional sport for football. All these sports. Do something in college, and you have that sport. You're making millions. The only thing that doesn't pay, and I believe it's the hardest sport out there that you don't get paid in, and that's wrestling. You know what I mean? You do it for the pride and for yourself. And that's one thing I love about the sport, is that it's not about the fame, it's not about the money, it's about knowing that you can wake up every day and push yourself to the limit, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, for your Koscheck, you guys are both considered like very good wrestlers, and you both demonstrate great power. What's your strategy for that fight against Koscheck, and who do you think is going to take the first shot?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say he'll probably take the first shot because I believe he has power. I've also fought other guys with power.
Yeah.
The only difference is now I believe, I didn't believe I had one-hit power. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hit people that hard just because I've rocked a lot of people, I've TKO'd people, but now I believe I have that one-hit power. You know what I'm saying? And that's huge going into a fight. Because no matter what happens, I'm one punch away from getting my hand raised. You know what I mean? So that's even giving me even more confidence, knowing that I can take a little bit more risk. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take a little bit more risk. I'm going to do a little bit more stuff, so that way I can get my hand raised. And, if the worst case scenario, I'm down 2-0, and I'm sitting here and I'm saying, Johnny, you're down 2-0, and you need to knock him out. Well, I know and I believe him that I can get up there and did not.
Yeah, I remember you saying, after that fight, you felt you were always throwing at 80%, and then once you connected with Fitch and saw what you could do, you felt you were now, punching 100% of your power.
Yeah, I hit him. I probably hit him about 90. Yeah, I was sort of more with speed, but that punch, I've been landing that punch for a while, and one thing that I've noticed is that whenever I was about a month out, I was telling my striking coach, I don't know what it is, but that punch was landing, and I didn't even have to really try. I would just, throw it. Man, my body just naturally was throwing it, and sure enough, in the fight, that's the one that finished. Which was very exciting to know that everything that I trained is actually improving, and I'm able to use it in a fight.
Yeah, and Costigan and Fitch are known for never fighting each other, being really good friends, training partners. Do you think there's going to be any bad blood coming into the fight, knowing that Fitch was so durable, and then you knocked off his buddy in 12 seconds?
Josh is a guy that has to hate somebody to fight him.
Yeah.
I think that's why he's always doing what he does. Do I have any bad blood? No, because it's a fight. That's my job, is one there to either knock somebody out or get your hand raised. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
That's our job. It's just like it's my job to write a 5-page essay to tell you how good your company is. Well, guess what? That's what I'm paid to do, so I got to get it done. So do I think that there's going to be bad blood for me? No. I don't really care. But I'm pretty sure that he's going to try to use it as that. And I'm just excited to see what he has to say. I know he's already been talking a little bit trash, which doesn't bother me. Like I said, he wants me to fall into that trap and fight with anger and fight with emotion. I don't let my mouth do the talking or say,
Yeah.
All I can wait for is make this, you know what I'm saying? And put my left hand on him and my right hand and see what happens.
Was that your strategy in college? You like with wrestling, you more just focused on winning and getting your hand raised than who he was or any bad blood?
Oh yeah, that's all I wanted to do. Because here's the thing, tell me who got second, in wrestling in 2005 at 197 pounds.
No idea.
You have no idea, right? But I guarantee you that if you're a big-time wrestler, you can say who is the 97-pounder at 97 that year, the national champion. If you're a big-time follower, you're going to know that. You know what I mean? And the same thing is with 2005, who got second, or who is fighting for the title at 185 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about that. All people care about is if you can get your hand raised and you can hold that belt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
everybody remembers Chuck Liddell. Everybody remembers Randy Couture. They remember these guys because not only were they able to get the belt, they defended it, and they were good people. You know what I'm saying?